From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Cut! 180! Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
The fifth year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They got a man. It's Woods. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Brown, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
Cut! 120! Mike, 45. All day, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate. 87% in 2018.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Ready? Blue lady. We got it.
Winston now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Winston. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They go with Brown. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. From the 16, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play.
Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking again in the direction of Woods, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Goff now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Throwing again is gone. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. A run here with Brown. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play and a half here. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here.
Because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Kill, kill, kill. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st down, Brown. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Tiger. Watch the ship.
Right back to Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Goff throwing complete to Kupp, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Winston now. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 42.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A second down throw for Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Jameis now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now a run with Henderson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kendall Beckwith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Back to throw, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 95 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, dude.
Now it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now gone, airing it out deep for Woods. It got his man complete, and all the way down to the 39. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, black, 22.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Goff. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a first down throw. Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Winston here to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tampa Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to